What is going on, guys? We're back. Welcome back to the videos here. If you're new here, my name is Zach, and yeah, if you're already part of the channel here, welcome back. So today's lesson is just going to be me sharing my experience in terms of journaling. Kind of how I journal, how it's kind of affected my life, and ultimately kind of how you can implement the same thing into your life. So. I always kind of knew the power of journaling. It's spoken about a lot about from a lot of people, but journaling itself is quite tough. And if you've kind of sat down before with a journal and a pen, you kind of know sometimes the resistance you can feel when you're just trying to kind of write your thoughts out on paper, but you're also kind of judging yourself about, do I want to write that? Is it really important? And all these other things. And then ultimately, kind of affecting your ability to be consistent and really get the most out of journaling and what you're supposed to get out of it, which is usually just mental clarity and ultimately just see how you're thinking, what you're thinking, see the patterns that you're going through, see maybe the blocks you have over time, and giving yourself a medium through your own kind of awareness to overcome those things and work through things and discover things about yourself, learn more about yourself, and just bring your life to the next level. So one of the biggest shifts in journaling for me was discovering this book called The Artist's Way of Julia Cameron. And in this book, one of the key components she talks about is called morning pages journaling. So a couple of mentors of mine have talked about this, which is kind of validated that this really is, I think, one of the best ways to journal. But what this morning pages is it's called stream of consciousness writing. So what you do is you open your journal. Ideally at a similar time kind of each day, or maybe you go to a certain spot. For me, it's usually within the first, hour or two of the day. I sit down at a coffee shop with my first espresso of the day and just jump into the page. And what this stream of consciousness writing is you literally write anything that comes to mind. So if you have nothing coming to mind, and you think, okay, this is stupid, and I saw this YouTube video about morning pages, and I'm trying to write, and nothing, I can't think of anything, and this and that. You literally write those words, and your goal is to write 3 pages per day like this. And you can write more if you want, but ideally three pages is kind of the target you want to hit. And what this does is, for me, it really reduced a lot of the kind of self-judgment when I'm writing on the page. Before, I used to think, I want to write stuff down that's important. So in the past, when I'd sit down to write, I would kind of judge myself, and I'd want to write down what I thought was important and not necessarily that was coming to mind. And it's that filter that I was putting on what was going on that page was the reason that I really wasn't getting that much into journaling for a long time. And when I shifted to this stream of consciousness writing, it really allowed me to just develop the consistency of the daily habit of writing. And I literally just started writing anything that came to mind. So how I was feeling, good, bad, left, right, what was on my mind, maybe recent wins, what was something that maybe, triggered me in a situation, getting awareness to that, what was a goal I thought of that day, what was I grateful for, just kind of really anything that was coming to mind as I was journaling here. And started to do this pretty much daily now, and it's been profound in terms of both how I feel, both of just my awareness. As I really get to know myself, this has been an absolutely amazing vehicle to really uncover more of who I am and where I want to go and who I want to be, and ultimately how I can move my life towards those new values and those new states and new things. And I think it's just so powerful. So stream of consciousness writing. 3 pages a day, and you write anything that comes to mind. And my challenge for you is to start. So do this for 7 days in a row and just see how you feel. And really just, set a time, first cup of coffee, sit down with a pen and paper and just write 3 pages of anything that's coming to mind. And do that for 7 days in a row and just start to kind of see, what's coming out. I think it's so important to get things out of our head and onto paper. And sitting down with a pen and paper is ideal because I think it does kind of trigger a little bit differently than using something like Notion or using Apple Notes and then just running your fingers on a keyboard. But yeah, it's been absolutely profound. I've been doing it now for several years, maybe about 3 years, 2 years, and it's been amazing. And ultimately, probably one of the reasons that I was able to finally make the decision to move abroad be here in Bali right now, even filming this video right now. Getting back on YouTube and making these videos was a key part of Morning Pages and kind of bringing my awareness to this is something that I really want to get into and do long term. So the other effect as well is just clearing the cobwebs is kind of what they call it. So getting out your brain, kind of getting the sludge out, just like you would, a sink can fill up and get clogged. I think our brain can do the same thing. And what this Morning Pages can do for you is just clear the pipe and just create a flow, and ultimately just keep your brain kind of clean, keep your thoughts moving, and keep yourself moving in life toward your dreams, toward your goals, and toward the things that you really desire. So I think it's been a profound change in my life, something that I want to get on here and share today. So check out The Artist Way by Julia Cameron, or just type into Google Morning Pages, how to Morning Pages by Julia Cameron. And again, my action step for you would be the next 7 days, sit down and write 3 pages in a row, and purely stream of consciousness. So whatever's coming to mind, just keep your pen moving for the next 3 pages, and do it for 7 days, and just see how you feel. So thanks so much for watching this video, guys, and I look forward to sharing more in the future. Talk soon.